faculty of Junction City High School. Today, we will honor those men and women who have served to preserve the nation's freedom and way of life. The veterans of our armed forces, whether they have served in war or in peace, the veterans of our nation embrace the pride of service, dedication, and selflessness that has made this country the greatest nation on earth. Please stand for the presentation of the colors by the JCHS Color Guard and the singing of our national anthem by Darius Sparks.
Bring your units to attention, precinct, arm!
Color, attention,
Company,
carry, color,
attention, precinct, arm!
color, salute,
Arm!
company, attention, present, arms, company, attention, present, arms,
Company, attention, present, arms.
staff, attention, present, arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order, arm, straight, red!
Carry, color,
Order, arm,
order, color,
company, left!
parade, left. Order, arms, update, S. Order, arms, parade, rest.
Order, arms, parade, rest.
Order, arms, parade, rest.
Ladies and gentlemen, the principal of Junction City High School, Miss Melissa Sharp.
I want to thank Lieutenant Colonel Hodgson and his staff, as well as all of our battalions and cadets for hosting today's event. But I want to make a point to remind all of our staff and our students, this is not just about our ROTC program, that today's event honors family, friends, soldiers, past, present, and future, who enroll or enlist in our military, all service branches, and dedicate their lives to the service of this country. I simply ask that you honor that with how you behave in the gym today, that you model respect, you honor integrity, and you respect what we're about today. So I'd like to welcome all of you. Let's have a wonderful assembly, and I'd like to introduce our guest speaker today, Dr. Reginald Eggleston.
Principal Sharp, Colonel Hodgson, the ROTC staff, to all of our veterans, faculty members, and students, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me say thank you to all of our veterans for your service and your commitment to our nation, to our country, and for you being the example and role model to all of us. personally want to say that because I am a veteran myself. I currently serve in the Army Reserves, just completed my 29th year. And I'm grateful to have that opportunity because I know the person that I am today has a lot to do with me wearing the uniform. And so I want to talk to you today from the subject, will you serve? Will you serve? I am not here to recruit anyone to join the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. But what I do want to challenge you is to take the values that veterans modeled and emulate to each one of us and emulate them in your home, here at the school, in your community, and anywhere that you go. So when I talk about values, I want to share them. There are 7: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. And so I want to talk about will you serve? Because we live in a day and time where everybody wants to be served and wants to be put on a pedestal many times. But to be someone who will serve means that you are willing to put the needs of someone else before your own. You're willing to say no to what you desire and want and say yes to trying to make life better for someone else. When I think of veterans, I think of that. So before I came or entered today, I looked at a video that had testimonials from veterans as to why they serve. And the first one, the first individual said, I serve because I want to be a part of something that's bigger than myself. The second individual said that I want to make the world a better place for my family, my children, and for my community. The other one said that I serve because I enjoy the camaraderie, being a part of a team, knowing that someone has my back. When I think about that, that's really what we all want to do. When we talk about serving, when we're talking about putting our needs second and meeting the needs of someone else, there's nothing like being a part of a family when you know that others are looking out for you as much as you are looking out for them. I want to challenge you to be a servant, to be someone who will find another peer who may be struggling at home, to find a peer who may not have the income that your family may have, and to be someone that they can lean on and depend on. This past week I had an opportunity to speak to a group of students here, and we talked about leadership. And leadership at its simplest term means the ability to influence others. Everyone in this room is a leader. You may not have a title, you may not have a position, but you are a leader because you influence others. You influence your brothers and your sisters, your mother and your father. You influence your teachers. You influence your peers. You influence people. The question is, are you influencing them the right way? Are you leading them in a path that is healthy and beneficial, or are you leading them in a path that's toward destruction? I ask you this because we take for granted. We go through life meandering around, thinking that woe is me, look at what I have to deal with. Well, let me tell you, there's always someone in a situation worse than yours. There's always someone who's struggling, someone who's dealing with depression, someone who's trying to figure out what he or she needs to do just to make it through the course of the day. And when I talk about being someone who's willing to serve, that means you are sensitive to the needs of others, and you're willing to go to them and put your arm around them and say, it's going to be okay. I'm here for you. And so I challenge you again today to be a servant. Will you serve? Will you put the needs of others before yourself? Today, there are more individuals who are committing suicide than ever before. And a lot of that is because they feel alone, they feel separated, they feel disconnected from others. And it's your job and my job to be able to observe and notice and pay close attention to those who are in our circle of influence so that we can reach out and be an assistance to them. And yes, sir, yes, ma'am, you have a circle of influence. You have individuals who are within arm's reach who you can make a difference in their lives. So when I talk about veterans, I talk about individuals who set the standard, who are role models and examples for you and I. Yes, these are individuals who have been deployed for long periods of time, and they've been separated from their families. These are individuals who take on the hard tasks, who do the things that are necessary in order to make life better for others. I ask that you and I will receive that message from them, will take on the standard that they have set, and that you and I will be models to others in our circumstance and in our situation. I want to commend all of the cadets who are here, because it takes a great deal of character and courage to know what you want to do and to be part of junior ROTC. When we talk about ROTC, we're talking about citizenship and leadership. And I ask that you would be models and examples to your peers of what citizenship looks like, and be leaders even when you don't want to be. Even when you want to be part of the group, but yet you know you should be doing something different. I commend you for doing that. And before I take my seat, again, I will tell you what the values are one more time. Loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. I challenge you today with the question, will you serve? Thank you.
Thank you very much for participating in our ceremony. I'd like to present you with one of our battalion challenge coins, and just thank you very much for all your support.
Veterans Day, originally called Armistice Day, was instituted to commemorate the end of World War I. On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, the guns fell silent, ending the war that was meant to end all wars. On June 1st, 1954, Congress officially changed the name to Veterans Day, and November 11th became a day to honor all veterans. Every day on campus, we are surrounded by heroes. These are men and women that we see and work with who have served in our nation's armed forces. Today, we will recognize those members of the Blue Jay staff for their service to the nation. Veterans, when we call your name, please stand to be recognized. Kim Andrews, U.S. Army, 1985 to 1988. Ted Ehlers, U.S. Army, 1987 to 2007. Cheryl Elligan, U.S. Army, 1989 to 2007. Amanda Heigemeyer, Army National Guard, 2006 to present. Richard Hodgson, U.S. Army, 1988 to 2012. Brandon Martino, Air National Guard, 2013 to present. Donna Miller, U.S. Army, 1980 to 1986. Hector Nieves, U.S. Army, 1989 to 2011. Derek Petty, U.S. Marine Corps, 1985 to 1989. Christina Rankin, U.S. Army, 1997 to 2017. Sandra Redmond, U.S. Army, 1973 to 1976. Joseph Bricks, U.S. Army, 1999 to 2014. Douglas Salee, U.S. Air Force, 1981 to 1985, and U.S. Army 1986 to 2015. Tom Wazalowski, U.S. Army 1977 to 1980. Sherry White, U.S. Army Reserve 1990 to 1991, and U.S. Army 1997 to 2001. Donna Wigand, U.S. Army, 1989 to 2001. And Mary Wicks, U.S. Air Force, 1989 to 2011. Please give our Blue Jay veterans a round of applause for their service. The Blue Jay Band will now play a medley of our military songs. As your service anthem is played, please stand to be recognized. Veterans of the United States Army, please stand. Thank you for all your service. In 145 years, history of our school, we have embraced the ideals of patriotism and service, and when called, have served from the Civil War until today. We will now light a memorial candle for each conflict in which alumni from Gary County schools have participated, and to recognize those men and women that have made the supreme sacrifice for their nation. We would ask the student body to stand as a memorial torch is lit for each conflict.
Battalion!
Company!
Attention!
Attention!
The Civil War, 1861 to 1865. The Spanish-American War, 1898. 1914 to 1918. World War II, 1939 to 1945. The Korean War, 1950 to 1953. Vietnam War, 1959 to 1975. Desert Shield and Desert Storm, 1990 to 1991. Operation Iraqi Freedom, 2003 to 2010. Enduring Freedom, 2001 to present. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as we honor those men and women who have made the supreme sacrifice for our nation by the playing of taps.
Present! Present! Arms!
Carry. Color. Color. Salute.
Order!
Order. Carry. Color.
Order! Arms!
As we leave here today, let us remember that freedom is not free. There is a cost. We thank all our veterans for attending today's ceremony. God bless you and thank you for your service to our nation. This concludes our ceremony.